and greetings from Den Haag. I'm in The Hague, in the Netherlands. I have just had quite a day. It's Monday, the 31st of March, 2014, and the International Court of Justice has just announced just several hours ago, announced their decision in the whaling case, more formally, the case on whaling in the Antarctic, Australia versus Japan, with New Zealand intervening. Grand times. Something we weren't fully expecting. We were kind of getting Japan to get the all clear, mostly. Although like students from Edinburgh have had briefings mostly from people who advise Japan, right? So, I mean, they gave us, good, relatively unbiased, discussions of the law and everything, but obviously, like, presented their arguments. And I don't know, it sounded reasonable to me. What the court basically said, though, was that what Japan is doing under JARPA 2, so the Japanese research program in the Antarctic, is not scientific whaling. They found that there wasn't enough information given from Japan in the research reports, and program outlines. I'm missing a word. Proposals, there's the word. The proposals and write-ups around the policies for the research didn't give clear enough indications about why they were trying to hit the quotas that they were for the killing that was needed. And then they weren't even hitting those quotas, so there was a question about whether or not you're actually getting statistically significant results and that kind of thing. So for this multitude of reasons, they concluded it in fact is not scientific whaling, and thus is illegal. So Japan has been essentially ordered by the court to cease JARPA 2, to render invalid any permits to kill whales that are currently valid under JARPA 2. Probably Japan will comply with that, we think. In my completely no insider information to Japan's policies whatsoever, probably that will happen. But who knows? They could, under international law, now make a reservation if they want and just say, we're going to keep part of the convention, but we are, giving this objection to the moratorium on commercial whaling. They could pull out of the convention altogether. They could rewrite a research plan and proposal with clearer information about exactly what kind of whaling they're going to do and make all of their statistics more accurate and, kind of do their homework a little better. To me, honestly, it was an interesting judgment in that, I mean, this is a blunt way of putting it, and certainly it can be argued with. One reading almost sounds like essentially if Japan had killed more whales, it would have been legal because it would have been more scientifically robust. Again, one kind of, immediate reaction reading that can be taken, it shouldn't be taken, at absolute face value. Anyway, so we went to the Peace Palace today and went and sat in the Hall of Justice and heard the decision read. The decision is now, or will be very soon, available to read online, and there's press all over the place because the press release went out. There are photos of us online. We were on UNTV. It's very exciting. And then we got to go meet with Judge Greenwood. And he kind of chalked us through the process by which the huge panel of judges, because there's around 16 generally, decide on a case and actually write up a judgment and that kind of thing. It is all public. There's a technical manual on how they do it that no one reads, of course. Anyway, so he talked us through that, which was cool. And then we explored the grounds a little bit, popped out of the Peace Palace. Some of us explored various parts of the Hague. And then we had a dinner tonight with Edinburgh alumni, including Judge Simatunde, one of the Ugandan judge currently on the court, who did an LLM at Edinburgh in 1990 in legislative procedures and such, which is no longer our program, so I don't remember the exact program title. Anyway, so it was really cool to just have a casual dinner with her and several other Edinburgh alumni at a really lovely Indonesian restaurant in The Hague that was suggested by our professor, who's now on his way back to Edinburgh. And yes, so there's the whaling case. I have an essay that's due on it on the 22nd, so I'll be writing up something interesting. I think the exact title is what does the whaling case show about the weakness of the International Convention? Mostly that whales are, in fact, kind of still seen as a resource. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, good day in The Hague!